Estamos aqui ao vivo para apresentar para vocês esse jogo, Game of Thrones. Para quem é fã da série como eu, né? Esse jogo aqui é um presente, né, da PSN. Para quem assina a PSN Plus, ganha de graça esse jogo. E ele se passa no mesmo universo da série. Só que é lógico, você é um personagem secundário, né? Então você vai viajando, né, ao redor dos acontecimentos do que vai se passando na série, né? As primeiras missões é durante o Casamento Vermelho, né? Que você é um escudeiro, você serve a um lord e você acaba fugindo e vai até o castelo dele. No castelo dele você conta o que se passa e agora você é enviado para a Grande Muralha de Gelo, né? Que é onde nós vamos continuar a sequência a partir desse momento. Eu estou aqui mesmo para apresentar esse jogo para vocês, né? O jogo da Telltale. Ele é bem semelhante ao jogo do The Walking Dead, né? Que é um jogo assim que é mais de escolhas e situações, né? Diálogos, né? Que você escolhe o seu caminho, o seu percurso. E isso vai influenciando no decorrer do jogo, né? Suas decisões pode alterar, né, o final da história. Vamos dar sequência ao jogo já salvo, né? Vamos dar sequência no primeiro episódio. O povo do norte nunca esquecerá. Tyrion Lannister. Como o Tyrion sempre disse, um Lannister sempre paga suas dívidas.
Ethan? Ethan! I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher And he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I promise I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
You'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
The business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Garrett was only defending himself.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Your son did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena. Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can. Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday. King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
You can do this.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you. If you have any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Rhaenyra Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding.
Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah?
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right. Of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
If you could ask Joffrey to intervene on behalf of my family. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee. If Joffrey could send a raven and tell the Boltons no one at House Forrester is to be harmed.
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Seven hells.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a droning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Bloody hell.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move. Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that.
Boa noite, Fábio.
You who starve and come winter.
Ô, Júlio, beleza? Como é que você tá?
Tranquilo, antes que você fale alguma coisa, estamos numa live, viu?
Opa, eu já percebi ali, eu já vi a sua câmerazinha do lado do jogo Game of Thrones ali. E aí eu falei, deixa eu dar uma boa noite aqui na live do meu amigo Julião87.
É isso aí, meu parceiro Fábio Cabrinho. Estamos aqui apresentando o jogo Game of Thrones. Jogo da Telltale.
Deixa eu perguntar pra você, porque eu, na verdade, eu já tinha perguntado pra você, né, sobre o jogo. E agora você jogando aí, o que você tá achando do jogo?
Olha, como eu disse, é bem estilo The Walking Dead, né? É um jogo intuitivo, você escolhe, né, seus diálogos, você escolhe o seu rumo, e isso altera, afeta, né, o decorrer da história.
Certo. E conforme você vai escolhendo, vamos lá, você tem opções, né, para escolher e vai mudando
Exatamente.
a história do jogo. Tá. Essas opções, elas são muitas opções ou é tipo assim, ou é A ou é B?
Não, pode ser A ou B, né? Pode ser A, B, C, D. A questão é que você tem pouco tempo, né? Para escolher, entendeu? Você, assim, é um tempo muito curto, né? Então você tem que ser rápido, você tem que ser intuitivo. Entendeu? Você tem que pensar de acordo com o que esse personagem pensaria, entendeu?
Entendi. Não, beleza. Eu fiquei curioso lá pra poder jogar o jogo. Aí eu falei, eu tô com alguns jogos pra jogar aqui, você sabe disso. E aí eu falei assim, mais um jogo, talvez eu pegue. Aí você falou, não é muito o estilo que você gosta, né?
Realmente, né? Você gosta mais de jogo de ação, de tiro, né? Então, é um jogo assim que você fica mais assistindo, entendeu, do que jogando em si.
Você acha que ele, como você falou assim, que, deixa eu fazer uma pergunta antes de afirmar o que eu ia dizer. Você está dizendo assim que ele tem mais essa parte assim de ficar assistindo e tal tudo. Ele lembra um pouco The Order, que tinha muitas cenas, né, do The Order. Você jogava também bastante, né? Aquele jogo exclusivo do PlayStation 4. Mas você também assistia muita cena. Você acha que se compara ao mesmo nível do The Order, assim, quantidade de você ficar assistindo o jogo?
Não. O The Order você jogava, né? Você movimentava, você tinha ação, né? Você combatia lobisomens, você combatia inimigos, né? Aqui é mais uma história, entendeu? É mais um filminho. Você interage pouco com o cenário, entendeu? São poucas cenas que você vai interagir, que você vai observar documentos, essas coisas. A maioria são tudo cutscene, né?
Entendi. Ô Júlio, a sua live, você tá com o link fácil?
Tá, o link eu já mandei já no grupo.
Você mandou no grupo? Então
tá
eu já
no grupo.
Tá, eu vou entrar aqui pelo meu celular rapidinho. Já tá aqui mesmo, tá aqui. porque eu já vou estar assistindo você também para eu acompanhar o jogo um pouco.
Isso. Aqui deve estar no final
Já tô entrando
no
no seu
capítulo
canal
1,
aqui.
né? Eu dei continuidade ao. Que nem agora, nesse momento, eu vou interagir aqui com o cenário, ó. Que nem eu tava falando com você.
E mais uma pergunta aqui, desculpa a minha curiosidade aqui extrema. Quanto ao filme, ele foge muito da história real lá do filme, não, perdão, né?
Da série.
Da série, ele foge muito, é parecido, né? Os personagens.
Olha, como eu estava dizendo no início da transmissão, sim. Esse jogo, né, ele acontece, né, no mesmo universo. Ele se passa no mesmo universo, tipo, com fatos que ocorreram na série, né? Aí você é um personagem introduzido nesse universo, entendeu? Nesse paralelo. Então, não só um personagem, você utiliza vários personagens secundários, entendeu? E que nem agora há pouco, né, alguns instantes atrás, eu interagi com personagens principais da série, né, como a rainha Cersei, né, o Lord Tyrion Lannister, que é o anãozinho, né? Pra quem não lembra do anãozinho. Então você, tipo assim, são fatos que ocorreram, né? Que nem o primeiro episódio, a primeira cena do jogo, ele acontece no chamado Casamento Vermelho. O que é o Casamento Vermelho? Foi um casamento onde o... Como é que eu posso falar, cara? Onde o Lord Robb Stark, né? Ele foi traído, né? E foi assassinado no seu próprio casamento, entendeu? Onde seus soldados foram embebedados. E durante o casamento, os soldados invadiram, matando todos os lords que estavam ali, inclusive ele, a sua esposa que estava grávida, né? E tudo na frente da mãe dele, né? Então por isso que fala o casamento vermelho, que é vermelho de sangue, né? Então, tipo assim, a série Game of Thrones, cara, é uma série bem profunda, né? Ela tem muito negócio de uma série medieval, né? Ela é baseada em fatos, né, que ocorreram assim no Reino Bretão, né? E é lógico que tem muita fantasia, né, com dragões, feiticeiros, essas coisas que foi mais baseado também no Senhor dos Anéis, né? Para quem gosta do filme Senhor dos Anéis, foi muita coisa que foi baseada no Senhor dos Anéis. E tem muita traição, tem muita aventura, tem muito sexo, tem muito procura por poder, entendeu? Como o nome já disse, é um jogos pelo trono, né? São várias famílias, vários clãs, né, que brigam pro trono dos Sete Reinos, né? Sete Reinos são sete famílias. E um vai traindo o outro, um vai se aliando com um, entendeu? E tem muita... No decorrer da série, teve muitas mortes, assim, que foram surpreendentes, né? Tipo assim, aquele personagem que você, pô, esse cara vai longe, daqui a pouco o cara vai morrer. Ou então aquele personagem que você não daria nada, aí o cara vai cresce, entendeu? Então, cada episódio é uma surpresa, cara. Tanto é que a série é curta, né? As temporadas são no máximo 10 episódios por temporada. Que nem essa que tá a série esse episódio que essa temporada decorrendo agora só vai ter 7 episódios. Então, e o jogo, sim, ele se baseia, ele é fiel ao... Ele se baseia, eu parei aqui porque eu tava lendo aqui. Você tem que tomar decisões rápidas aqui, entendeu? Ele tá conversando com a irmã dele aqui e ela tá condenando ele porque eu tive que fazer um julgamento, cara. Porque como eu assisti a série, né, eu me lembro que o Loki nele foi postado Lorde. Assim, não sei se você tá vendo esse menino que você tá falando agora. Que o pai dele foi morto, né, numa guerra, e o irmão dele mais velho, que seria o sucessor, morreu também. Então sobrou pra ele, por ser o filho mais velho. Então ele tem que tomar decisões difíceis, como por exemplo agora há pouco um soldado foi pego roubando. Então você fica naquela coisa, se você liberta o ladrão, você é visto como fraco perante seus súditos, entendeu?
Sim, entendi.
E eu tinha 3 opções ali, ou libertar perdoar o ladrão, cortar os dedos dele e deixar ele vivo, né? com a punição para um ladrão ou matá-lo. Porque eu achei muito radical. Entendeu? Então, mas eu tinha que aplicar uma punição, cara, porque senão ele. Ele ia ser visto.
Pra não passar por fraco, né?
Exatamente, cara. É duro. Quando você vê ele. Agora, os irmãos dele ficaram meio contra ele, né? Por causa da decisão dele, mas.
Entendi.
Mas porque
Não,
o.
é legal, então, porque, como você falou, você está mudando, né? Você vai realmente se interagindo com a história. A tua escolha tem consequências,
Tem
né?
consequências. Por exemplo,
muito
porque
bacana.
aqui eu tô precisando fortalecer o meu reino, né? Porque o meu reino está sendo visto como traidor, né? E logo será atacado. Então eu preciso fortalecer a moral dos soldados e preciso que os soldados confiem em mim, né? E eu não posso deixar ele ser visto como covarde, né? Porque pô, um soldado que foi pego roubando, se eu liberto o cara assim, pô, mas esse moleque é fraco, esse moleque é um covarde, entendeu? Como é que esse cara vai.
Entendi. Ô Júlio, deixa eu vou sair um pouquinho da sua live aqui. Na verdade, eu não vou sair, eu vou continuar. Eu só vou mutar aqui o meu áudio, porque como eu tô assistindo pelo celular, vou já jogar na minha tela aqui na minha TV para poder ver aqui numa visão maior, acompanhar seu jogo e continuar conversando com você. Então, 2 minutinhos eu já volto aqui.
Tranquilo. Já vai estourar sua pipoquinha lá, prepara o chazinho.
Opa, já vou ficar aqui. Eu me interessei pela história, viu?
A história é muito boa, cara. Agora eu tô interagindo com o cenário, né? Que nem.
Né?
São raras as cenas que você interage com o cenário.
Eu acho que eu até comentei com você, né? Porque eu confesso que nunca assisti a série, né? Game of Thrones.
Deveria assistir,
já me
cara.
falaram assim, né? Cara, como que você nunca assistiu Game of Thrones?
É por aí.
Como que você nunca assistiu? Não, já me perguntaram assim, né? Aquela pergunta retórica, lógica, né? Como que você não assistiu? Espantado, assim. Eu falei, eu nunca assisti, né? E eu sei que você é um fã, né? Da série. Então eu quero acompanhar aqui para entender um pouco mais disso e quem sabe já começar a assistir a série e até jogar o jogo também. Então só 2 minutinhos eu já volto aqui eu tô pausando aqui o áudio, beleza?
Tamo aí.
Falou.
So I remember. I mean, I could never forget, but you know, don't you?
Perdi a resposta. Me distraí olhando pro celular, perdi a resposta. Olha lá uma falha.
Someday I'll have a real one, but not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword, I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them.
No, he's not our enemy, but he did a bad thing.
People who do bad things need to be punished. Someone did something bad to Father and Roderick. Someone should hurt them even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Swords up! You can lift them, yeah?
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. There was one man who stood above all others. Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
E agora? Pra onde eu vou? Quem que eu escolho? Sir Roland, dá a abraçadeira para ele. Ou Duncan, dá a abraçadeira para ele. Um sábio, um médico ou um soldado? Ou quem sabe a mamãe? Mamãe querida, me ajuda aí, mamãe. Mamãe não sabe nada. Tem mais alguém aqui? Não, não tem ninguém aqui. E aí, galera? Quem que vocês acham que eu devo escolher? E aí, o que eu faço? Escolho o médico ou escolho o soldado? O sábio ou o bruto? A caneta ou a espada? E aí? Fale alguma coisa, mamãe. Não, mamãe não fala nada. Mamãe só fica aqui parada, quietinha. Não, mamãe não sabe nada. Então vamos lá. E agora? Duncan, o sábio, inteligente. Ou Sir Roland, o soldado. Precisamos de força bruta ou inteligência? Quem tem aqui? Não tem ninguém aqui. Ah, aqui é aquele Frei, né? É o Frei. Então vamos lá. É isso aí, galera. Vamos escolher agora ou vamos deixar para o próximo episódio? O que vocês acham? Quero comentários. Me ajudem a escolher. Dúvida cruel. Bom. Bom, esse aqui. Vamos. Eu acho que eu vou. Vamos
Duncan
mudar.
Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless!
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not
Bom, agora temos
disappoint
um
you,
soldado ferido, soldado magoado.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here. We've no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council. Lord Ethan deserves to hear from all of us.
I will hear from my sentinel. Please.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Ugh.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough. My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Sabe aquela sensação que você fez alguma escolha errada? É, galera. Vamos ver, vamos interagir com o cenário agora. Vou pegar essa chave. Onde será essa chave? Vou pegar a chave. O que mais temos aqui no cenário?
Marjorie?
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Please don't hold it against me. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Where's Sir Royland? The man values pride more than honor. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Bolton men approaching, my lord!
Something wrong with your gate? Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
You may enter.
Oh, may we? How gracious of the Lord to allow us in. And you said he wasn't a proper lord.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive. Look at that. More Forresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say.
Fala, meu amigo Júlio, ainda por aí?
Estamos aqui.
My lord.
Opa, desculpa, demora um pouquinho, já aproveitei para já deixar outras coisas no jeito aqui. Agora tudo certo e tranquilo. Já estou te assistindo aqui na tela maior também. E prontinho aqui, cara.
É isso aí. Estou aqui agora no meio de uma negociação pesada aqui com esse canalha, como poderia dizer isso. Mas eu não tenho muito o que fazer, o exército dele é maior que o meu, mais poderoso que o meu. E eu tenho que proteger minha família agora.
Entendi.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
Tentando pegar aos poucos aqui, né,
You can't trust her,
a dinâmica do
Forrester.
jogo, tal tudo, né?
They murdered our men.
Acompanhar
It
mais
was
aqui.
Forrester Squire who did it.
Deixa eu só colocar,
One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
botar a saída já.
Yet your man lived.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's a Whitehill. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen.
Bom, te ouvindo agora.
So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What? The Ironwood? But
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitetails don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitetails have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitetail will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitetail will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitetails have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Leave my sister alone!
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Ethan! No! What have you done?
No! But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Cara, que cena forte, né, cara?
You brought this on yourself.
Me surpreendeu também.
É, cara, eu vi a sua decisão ali, né? Quando você puxou a irmã do personagem ali.
Não tinha muita escolha ali. Qualquer decisão iria na zebra ali. Sua história começou a seguir em Game of Thrones.
Ethan sacrificed
Acho que
himself
esse
for
foi o
us
final
all.
do capítulo
He
1.
saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
E aqui está mais ou menos o percentual das escolhas do pessoal que já jogou o jogo. Você e 34,2% deixaram o Brawl para trás. Você e 62,4% juraram lealdade ao rei. Você e 16,1% arrancaram os dedos de Eric. Ou seja, você e 69% escolheram Duncan como sentinela. E você e 49% encontraram. Você vê que a média aí é mais ou menos equilibrada, né? O pessoal. Na escolha do pessoal. Isso aí todo mundo que jogou online, né? Aí o jogo vai computando, ó.
Sim.
Você
Vai comparando a sua escolha com
as
a
outras
dos demais
pessoas.
que jogaram online, né? Então
Então,
vai estar fazendo uma média ali, né?
e você vê que a maioria, né? Eu acho que deve ter perdoado, né? Ou até matado o Eric, né? O ladrão, né? E eu fui na
Entendi.
minoria ali no 16,1%. Ou seja,
A maioria matou, certeza.
pode ter acontecido. Matou ou perdoou, né? A gente não sabe, né? O coração das pessoas, né? Mas
O pessoal joga.
é legal.
Eu acho que o pessoal matou, porque como era um ladrão, assim, deve ter matado.
É porque eu lembro
Pra
que.
mostrar até poder, talvez.
Porque eu lembro que na série, né? A morte é a punição da traição, né? Por exemplo, o cara desertou, o cara traiu, entendeu? Aí o cara é condenado à morte. E outra coisa que eu lembro também na série, que quem condena é que dá a sentença. Entendeu? É o que cumpre a sentença, né? No caso, eu ali como Lorde, então eu tinha obrigado, que também tinha a decisão de eu deixar um soldado ali cortar os dedos do cara, ou eu cortava. Eu decidi, eu optei por eu cortar, né? Porque eu lembrei, né, que os Lords que praticavam a sentença, né? Logo no primeiro
Entendi.
episódio ali tinha um desertor que foi capturado, aí o Lord Stark, né, que era o do clã dos Stark, ele decapitou o cara, né? Então, eu acho que eu tô na média. Você 34,2% deixaram o Brawl. O Brawl foi logo no primeiro piso, na primeira parte ali, que era um outro escudeiro, que ali tinha uma escolha crucial. Foi lá no casamento vermelho. Que ou eu voltava e alertava o meu Lorde Comandante, ou eu ficava e tentava salvar o outro escudeiro que estava comigo ali pegando vinho, que foi morto. Né? Então eu optei por tentar avisar meu Lorde que estava tendo uma rebelião, que estava tendo uma traição ali. Então são decisões cruéis, decisões rápidas, né, do jogo. Bom, é isso aí, galera. Espero que vocês tenham gostado dessa pequena apresentação. Eu fiquei a maior parte do tempo em silêncio, mas para me concentrar, né? Porque para não tentar não perder né? Porque tem que ler muito rápido, cara. Não sei se você viu aí, carrega muito rápido, né? O tempo das respostas que você tem que dar. Então você tem que já ler e já ser intuitivo. Entendeu? Então não sei, né? Até onde eu tentei ser mais, né, próximo. Acho que não tem certo e errado, né? Eu acho que ali de qualquer forma alguém teria morrido ali, né, aquele
Na
último
última
embate
cena, né?
ali. Exatamente. Eu acho que alguém teria morrido, talvez a irmã, talvez a mãe, talvez o irmãozinho, alguém teria sido raptado, né?
Sim, sim.
Talvez o menino teria sido morto de qualquer jeito, né? Então é duro. É duro saber o que teria acontecido ali. E realmente ali eu não tinha soldado suficiente para tentar um combate, para tentar me defender. É duro. Bom, galera, estaremos encerrando essa live de hoje. E desejar a todos uma boa noite e muito obrigado, Fábio, pela sua breve participação. Espero que você tenha gostado do jogo, né? Que é um jogo diferente. É um jogo diferente, é um jogo, né? Aproveita que está gratuito, né? Está de graça na PSN para quem tem a Plus, né? E é bom que talvez você faça escolhas diferentes das minhas, né? Talvez você possa estar desenvolvendo um final diferente, né? Porque, é lógico, se todo mundo seguir o mesmo caminho, não tem graça, né? Acho que o legal é isso aí, não tem certo ou errado, cara. Você entendeu? Você nunca vai agradar todo mundo. Você vai agradar um lado, você vai desagradar o outro. Não tem como. Isso aí é do jogo mesmo. Ok? Boa noite a todos. Fiquem com Deus. Fui.